Family, that place where we first meet, where we learn to love, forgive, and support one another. For Jesus, family is more than a blood bond, it's a space where the love that comes from God is experienced. In Mark 3:35, Jesus said, "Whoever does the will of God is my brother and sister and mother." With these words, he reminded us that family is not only defined by surnames, but also by love and shared faith. Think of that mother who, even though she comes home tired from work, still makes dinner, helps her children with their homework, and tucks them in with a "I love you" before bed. That constant love reflects God's care for us. We've all experienced moments of family tension, a brother who hurt us with his words, a father who couldn't understand us, or a mother who reacted without thinking. Jesus taught us that forgiveness begins at home. In Matthew 18:21-22, when Peter asked how often we should forgive, Jesus replied, "I do not say to you up to 7 times, but up to 77 times." An adult son who calls every day to check on his sick mother, or a grandson who visits his grandmother to keep her company. They are simply gestures that fulfill what Exodus 20:12 says, "Honor your father and your mother, so that your day may be long in the land that the Lord your God is giving you." Some time ago, in which I distanced myself from a very close relative, a silly argument, words spoken with pride, and little by little the silence became a wall. Months went by without us speaking. One day in a prayer I asked God to show me what to do, and I felt clearly in my heart, "Don't let this get any colder. Take the first step." It wasn't easy. I picked up the phone nervously, not knowing how it would be received, but the voice on the other end was cracked, just like mine. That day I understood that family ties are not completely broken if we let God be the bridge. And today, when I look back, I'm grateful I didn't wait longer to reconcile. Because life is fragile and love is always worth more than pride. The Bible reminds us that family ties are sacred and we must cherish them. They are bonds that sustain us, support us, help us, and are always there, just as Jesus was for us. In Romans 12:18 we read, "If it's possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with all men." This includes our family. Of course, there are difficult moments, arguments, and hard feelings, but breaking ties should always be the last option. Sometimes, to heal, we need to set healthy boundaries, but without cutting off love or respect. In Ecclesiastes 4:9, we find a powerful reminder, "Two are better than one, for if they fall, one will lift up his companion. But woe to him who is alone. If he falls, there is no one else to lift him up." Family is that second that God gives us to sustain when life is tough. That's why maintain links. This is an act of obedience and also of love. Jesus taught us that family is a gift and a mission. In the first place, when we learn to love as He loves us. And although it is not always easy, it is worth protecting those ties, because one day they will be your greatest refuge. We shouldn't extinguish that light of family by retreating into ourselves or living a cloistered life where we can't expand, grow, love, and honor God. We invite you to think, who in your family do you need to call to reconcile? Who can you show unconditional love to, even if you don't agree on everything? What bond can you begin to heal today? If this message touched your heart, share it with your family, subscribe to Comfort to the Soul, and tell us in the comments, what of Jesus' teachings about family inspires you the most? Remember, family is a treasure that God entrusts to us, and caring for it is a way of honoring Him.